Okay, so welcome back to the channel. I've had my little break from Christmas and New Year's. Hope everybody had a good Christmas and New Year's. Today we're going to be cleaning the cylinders because they came back from machining, and I want to clean the inside of them to make sure there's no machining residue left in there. Usually the machine shops are pretty good about cleaning it all out, but I just want to make sure that we get everything done so we have a nice clean cylinder to put the rings in. They did a really good job of cross-hatching these cylinders. They took the cylinders out to 20 over. They were 10 over, so I took them out to 20 over. And of course you can see they sear coated them just like they did on the 76. All right, so let's get set up and we'll clean these cylinders off. Okay, so you can see I got everything laid out here. We got hot soapy water here. I've heated up with the element that I use to heat up the parts washer, so both of these have been heated up. We got the first cylinder. I'm only going to show you how to do one cylinder. It's the same for both, there's no difference. So we got a station here. After we clean it off in the hot fresh water, we're going to put it over here. We're going to take the air compressor, we're going to blow it all off. You can't let this dry. Now we only have about, I'm going to say 2 minutes before it starts to flash rust. It's a low humidity in here in the garage today. It's winter time. It's about 68 degrees temperature, but it's low humidity, and it's the humidity level that actually determines the flash rust, not so much the temperature. And I got some clean paper towels over here to wipe the inside of the cylinder off, and if it comes out dirty, then we're gonna have to wash it again. And then once it comes out clean, I got a paper towel here with oil, so we can oil all the surfaces for the gaskets, the base down there, and of course inside the cylinder. So let's get started. We'll wash it. What I'm going to be washing it with is I'm going to be using just this rag, and I'm going to be using this on the outside. Now I could use this on the inside. This is just plastic. It's not going to hurt anything, but you don't want to use anything abrasive like you know, any kind of steel wool or anything like that. So let's get going. We'll start cleaning these cylinders. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this in the hot water, and we're going to clean. I'm going to clean the outside first. So we'll dip this in, and we'll go on the outside with this. Get any kind of residue that's off the outside. Same thing with that. So we want to clean this off. Now we can go on the inside with this. This is plastic like a bottle washer. It's not going to hurt anything, but it might be more effective in getting any kind of microscopic dirt out that's in the cylinders. So we'll do that. Alright, so now we can put it in cold water. I mean, not cold water, but we'll put it in the hot water. Let me set this for a minute because I want to get my air compressor ready. So we'll take this out. Now we can take this rag. So it looks pretty clean, nothing's coming out. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now we can do the inside with oil around the top. And we just want to put a light coat on here. You just get a little more on here. Sorry about the compressor, but it's the way it is. We'll put some around the top. We'll put it around the base. One from this side. So I'm going to put a little bit more oil than I normally would on here. just because I want to make sure that it's not going to flash rust. And you generally have, if the humidity is low, you generally have about 5 minutes before it'll do anything. But the key is to dry it off with the compressor. You don't want to try to dry it off with a paper towel or a towel. I only have towels sitting here because these are on milk crates, and I don't want to scratch anything if I can help it. All right, so this one is done. So we can put this one up. Okay, we'll do the second one. Doesn't take very long to do. It really depends on how good a job the machine shop did in cleaning this off. And by the looks of it, they did a pretty decent job. But I know the guy that did the sear coating said there was some residue on the outside of the cylinder itself. So you want to make sure that you get all these passages cleaned. You know, so you blow them out with air. So let's do this one. And we can dry it off. There. Right, let me get another paper towel here, because I don't really need that much oil in there. You just want a light coating so it won't rust. All right, that's it. There's not much to it. Let me just put a little bit more in here. I wiped a lot of it off, but I just want to make sure I get a coat, because it's going to be a week or so before I get this pistons and everything back in this motor. So get it all up top here and on the bottom. So okay, that's going to do it for this video. Not much to it. You just want to make sure the water is as hot as you can stand it. Like I put my element in that I use to heat the parts washer in there to heat it up more than just regular hot tap water. So if you do that, you know, you rinse it out. Make sure if you blow dry it, you got to use a compressor. You can't use a towel or paper towels. You have to blow dry it out, because you want to blow dry all the passages out, where the bolts go. You want to dry everything that's going to have metal in it, so it won't flash rust. So if you do this, it's probably better to do it when the humidity is really low. If you do it when it's high, the higher the humidity, the less amount of time you have for it to flash rust. Like I said, it's winter time here, even though it's about 6 to 8 degrees in the garage. The humidity is fairly low right now, so I probably had about 5 minutes before it would actually start to flash rust. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.